Smokey, Steve, and Mark.
I'm Mark.
I'm Steve.
And welcome back, y'all.
Happy Friday.
Friday, it's the weekend.
Friday,
I'm so
Friday.
happy. And it's Friday night chit chat, too.
It is indeed.
Yes.
This week was not a bad week. It was a long week.
It was a very long
Not
week.
a bad week.
Very long.
Felt like
busy.
there was about 10 days in it, but
It did. It sure did.
It's I've heard. I don't know how many people I've heard jokes say this January was like 105 days long. That like the month just would not end. And here we are,
Gosh,
Groundhog
yeah.
Day,
Yes.
and we're supposed to have an early spring.
We are.
He didn't see his shadow.
Are.
So it was too overcast. Thank you, overcast.
I mean, we really haven't had a winter. I mean, we would maybe
barely.
very little snow. I mean, I don't know.
The snow hasn't stayed on the ground more than 2-3 days.
No,
We
it
haven't
hasn't.
had one of those where, like, when you go to the Burger King parking lot and they plow it
Plow
all
it
into
all
a
in.
giant pile,
Yeah.
and you get yelled at as kids to not play it.
Yeah.
Maybe that was just me. It was fun, but they stay there like well into the spring until they finally melt.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna have to deal with that this year.
No, it
I
doesn't
don't
look
think.
like it unless, I mean...
Week and a half, they said maybe some more. Late season storm.
I can
Late
see
season
that,
storm.
maybe.
It was just Christmas. Late season storm.
Season, right. I know. I'm already starting to think about the garden and
Oh.
everything. I know, it's crazy.
Weather Channel's trying to sell hurricanes in January. You know, just
Mhm.
anything.
Well, I mean, February for the garden. I mean, that's more like planning,
Mhm.
you know, and things like that. And then I'll start ordering, like, if I'm going to order any plants or seeds, I'll do that in March, you
Yep.
know. And I really want to do a good garden this year because we didn't last year. We didn't have time.
We didn't have time.
We came late.
Yeah,
you know,
a lot of
so
life happened.
That'll
So
be pretty exciting. But yes, and we are alive.
we are. We haven't had a video today, or this week. Since
I
Mondays with
know.
Mark.
You know, we were 2 days in a row not having a video.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we don't, well, especially like at this time of year, we're not as consistent as we usually are, you know, because we're mixing things up and we're trying to take a rest from Christmas and all that.
Yeah.
But
Balance.
we usually try to at least put a short or something up, you know.
Yeah.
And gosh, what was it? Wednesday, Thursday? Thursday. I didn't even get home from work until 8.
Yeah.
You didn't get home till after 5.
Yeah,
like
I had a
it
long day,
was,
too.
it was a very busy week this week.
It
but
was. So we're happy that hopefully going into next week it won't be. This will be a quiet weekend, God willing. And back into the loop of having another video out. What sets it off every other week? Some weeks we found it seems like every other week we end up doing a coffee break.
yeah, that
sometimes-
seems the way it's happened.
Sometimes
yeah.
every week, sometimes every other week. But I like that too, just to cut the Foodie Beauty in half, because now we're having the Sunday Live. It's a
Mhm.
Foodie Beauty Live.
Mhm,
And it's
mhm.
been well attended and people like it, and then, you know, that's good too.
Yeah.
So we can catch up there, and I can cut the content in half if I put a market Wednesday and talk about the beginning of the week.
right.
Because
yeah.
this week's bullshit. Wheelchair.
Like really, well, of course, really. Yeah.
Wheel-
I
of
knew
course.
that.
She's
We
loving
knew.
it. She
We-
feels
yes,
like Cleopatra.
Absolutely.
Carrying her in on this, you know, just to have a man push her around. I got news for you. Sala's not that much of a muscle man to be wheeling around a 400-pound woman
I was gonna say she better find
in a
herself
place
man.
in a country that might not have handicap ramps. So
Yeah,
he might
I don't
have
know.
to carry her over the threshold. So anyway,
Can you imagine?
so that's the routine that's falling into. We're still talking about lives because initially when we were doing like a video a day, and even not till that long ago, we would do a live together.
Yeah. Well, Sundays used to be our
Sundays
regular
Would be our regular just
together
chit chatty
live stream. Yeah.
live, and now
And now
it's-
we just have Friday night chit chat.
yeah, which is, you know, it's
But we were thinking of maybe even swapping that up. Maybe every other week having Friday night chit chat be live.
yeah, we could do
That
that.
might be good too.
That gets both of us out here. We get to hang out with everybody together.
Yeah.
Because the Foodie Beauty chats, I tend to be
Well,
looking at the screen,
about
going down, going out.
Foodie Beauty too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, you know.
But
I don't know. We'll see. It's all coming together though. You know.
it is.
We
and it's
will.
a new year, time of change.
Yeah.
Not
we do have
ditching
a lot of
everything
fun content coming. We do.
We do. There's Valentine's Day crap everywhere.
Oh, Valentine's. Yeah, we're going to have a sprinkling of starting tomorrow, we're going to have a sprinkling of Valentine's Day throughout the next week and a half.
It's already, what is it?
This
That day
year
is gonna
is
be-
going so fast. I
know.
can't.
They all
Wow.
every year older, they go faster and faster.
They do.
I didn't
My
listen
grandma
to-
used to tell me that all the time. Never believed her.
Yeah, well, I never believed anyone until I was 40. And then I was, hey, we're right, because now all the people that told me that are retiring.
Right. I know.
So, God love them. God love them. God help us all.
But we'll be back. Yeah, on Mondays with Mark, we have a fun, speaking of Valentine's. Well, last week, if you didn't see Mondays with Mark, you should go back and see it. We made really cute things. We made these mugs, and we made some lip balm. Pucker up lip balm. And we made some bath bombs, too. These work so good. Everything turned out really nice. I really enjoyed it.
Lip balm just to make sure.
And then this Monday, we're going to continue it. And we have a few more projects similar to this.
Ah. Do I look like I have moist lips? I feel moist is the point.
Yeah, good. I do like it. I use it. Those things the lip balm. I use them like the body balm.
Yeah.
Do you remember we made the body balm? I mean, it was like a year ago, but people even still write me for that recipe to make that stuff. You know, I made a big batch of it when we made the stuff for Mondays with Mark because I ran out, and I personally use it. I love it.
Yeah.
You know, I could open up a.
What do they call them? An apothecary?
Apothecary shop.
Oh, yeah. We could retire in that direction. Yeah. One of those little new age shops. It always smells like incense.
Yeah.
And patchouli.
That'd be cool.
And there's like a half-dead dog over in the corner.
And I can be in
Buddhas everywhere.
I'm in the back making candles all day long. It would be kind of cool.
I'm out front trying to make sense of how that's happened. Since when did I turn into a cashier at a novelty shop?
I do enjoy making that stuff, though. I never thought it would go that way.
They're good.
They are good.
And I'm picky about chapsticks. I prefer like Carmex, like the more liquidy, meltier lip kind of stuff. Like not where it's like wax lips, where you put it on.
I don't care for the wax either.
And I didn't even need chapstick except for winters until like 10 years ago. Now I need it every morning,
day, in my pocket,
multiple times a day. Is it habit forming?
Listen, I don't know, but it seems like
it's being taken down from the inside by the chapstick industry.
Maybe we are.
Who would have thought? See.
So I choose to make my own. I know what's in it, and it's not addicting.
Yeah. Well, we are very green. We talked about this a couple days ago. You and I was like, we're pretty for urbanites. Who are Americans? We're relatively green. We compost.
We are.
Speaking of garden,
we do our best.
The compost is out there cooking right now.
It is.
If you got your fist in it, you wouldn't. It's warm in the middle.
It would be warm in the middle
because it's all cooking up right now. We dehydrate produce that's on its way out, so we save some food. Grow our own food with the garden. So I mean,
and we use the shopping bags. I very rarely use the bags from the store now.
I always walk to work.
I try to do stuff like that. Oh, water bottles. I just reuse the water bottles. I don't buy cases of
no, we don't buy
bottles.
We are buying a plastic bottle. Water is water is water.
Sort of. And
well, not exactly.
I like being like that. I mean, I'm sure, of course, there's a lot more we recycle and all that.
Yeah.
But, there's always more you can do.
There's always more. Something to move the needle a little further.
Yeah.
That's the kind of, because those are it's like losing weight. Those are the long-term changes you can do, just the little ones.
Right.
All the time. I mean, even the litter we use for the cats.
Yeah.
Is wood.
It's
nothing fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they like it, and it works really well.
And it works well, and it doesn't smell like laundry soap and shit like cat boxes can smell.
I can't stand the smell of like tidy cats and fresh stuff. I hate that. I think it makes it worse.
Yeah, this stuff smells like nothing, so it smells like cats. But it's
and it doesn't.
And because
it doesn't smell like
biodegradable and flushable.
It is flushable too.
As long as your cats aren't blowing it up, you can flush it and it's been good. We got it free once with a coupon.
And then it was good and good for allergies. And we don't even flush it. Well, when we had the litter box in the bathroom, when we had a big bathroom, we would flush it, With
2 cats now, it's almost too much to do that in one stock, so...
That's true, too. That was when we just had Bandit.
But we tried to be sustainable. We certainly recycle used things. I think we do that more than anything.
Upcycle, recycle,
recycle, garbage pick. It's all a very fine line, I guess.
Yeah, true. Oh, gosh. How did we get on that subject?
We were talking about content, and then it turned into something
and being green. Making our own lip balm. That's what it was.
Well, February as a whole, the big holiday is Valentine's Day.
That's the big one, the biggie. And we don't, maybe, have you been watching, for years, I'm not a big big Valentine's person.
I'm not
but
either.
for some reason this year there were a lot of requests for Valentine's Day content, like crafts and snacks and stuff. So I was like, yeah, why not? Just because I'm not huge on Valentine's Day doesn't mean that people don't like it.
Yeah.
And I'm having a blast doing it. So, we did some last year, but.
Yeah. Oh, mind you, I have a video idea. I'll talk to you about it later.
Oh, that's exciting.
You inspired me on the spot.
Oh,
Just
okay.
right on the
I'll
spot.
remember. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'll let you know.
It's Valentine's Day related, so if it comes to fruition, we'll see it within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe or so.
Good.
Because Valentine's Day, like many other holidays, I don't mean to say I'm such a guy about it, because there's ignorant women too, who also forget important holidays, anniversaries, birthdays, things like that. So to have like the season of it kind of reminds me of it.
Oh.
I forgot our anniversary the other day. I was like, I know it's October. Has it been 5 years or 2?
2, 1,
2.
5, 8. I don't even know.
Because in my head, 2020
This'll
is
be
when
2
I proposed, but then we waited 2 years because of that pesky plague.
Oh,
And then once we could get masks off, we did all that. But
Yeah.
everything since 2020 is kind of a blur.
It sure is.
I haven't
have to
really
agree with
processed
that.
it yet. I hate to be malingering because life does go on. But there was like that whole time was out of communication with my whole mental health crew. Meds were hard to get.
It was quite the time.
We didn't know what the hell was happening, and there was people telling you it's nothing, and people telling you just step outside your door, you die, and then everything that came down after.
Yeah.
It's very nice now to grocery shop without a mask.
Yeah.
Someone had one the other day at work.
There's still people, there's a sprinkling of people that are still wearing their masks now. And at work, we've noticed there's been people that are getting COVID, and that never stopped. Like, occasionally someone will be like, look, I'm positive for COVID.
Yeah.
I'm
Most
like,
of the people who got COVID were fine. It's just the ones who got it that weren't were just dropping off so fast.
Yeah, such
Our
an
most
incredible
vulnerable,
loss.
seniors first, and then the disabled, and that kind of thing.
That was just not a good
awful.
time. Yeah, it was.
It just
and like you said, it's like a blur. Like I met a lot of you folks during that
most
time.
of you, the channel went through a thing. A lot
we
of
went
people were
through
home.
a period of time because you were home.
You were home, and we were home, so
yeah.
we were, making content every day.
We were, yeah.
But things change, I suppose.
Things change. Now we're out in the busy world.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny. When I was at work yesterday, one of the things I do is consumer satisfaction for facilities that are contracted with certain insurance companies. So I go in and actually talk to the individuals who were there. One guy had a mask on out of everybody, but it was the flu. That there was an outbreak.
Oh, there was.
And
That's
even outside of COVID times, in small quartered facilities, you're talking 3 guys per room and everyone shares a bathroom. One person gets sick. Everyone gets sick.
Yeah.
But there was only one guy. I think I should have worn mine.
Yeah.
But so far, so good.
I hope you didn't bring it home. I don't want the flu.
We still have COVID tests. They might have expired.
We still do have COVID. Yeah, we do.
I took one a couple weeks ago because I had a cold. I didn't know what it was. And if I was going to go to work, I had to make sure I was okay.
Yeah.
So I took a COVID test.
Yeah. No, it's good to know, I think.
Yeah, it
Definitely.
is. Especially because, I don't smoke as much.
No, you
so
don't.
I don't have
No,
as many high risk factors. Of course, not smoking at all is probably the most ideal.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I'm down. A pack lasts me like 4 days.
No, I never thought this would happen with him. Never.
I swear to God, I said if this was difficult, I wouldn't be doing it. This is not a part of my life and a time of things we have going on where I thought, let me just change my most beloved habit. Be most beloved. Cigarettes were my first love. Long before booze and everything else became that. So. Because it made me a cool kid.
And I was a later.
You didn't start smoking till I had quit drinking. Age-wise.
I was in my 30s when I started, yeah.
Why? Did you go to rehab?
I did.
Everybody's.
I did. I started smoking.
Yeah.
And I said, if I'm going to quit everything, I'm going to pick up smoking. And I did.
And you did, and it stuck. But I have to say again, if it wasn't difficult, I wouldn't have done it. We just moved into a non-smoking apartment, got into the habit in the few weeks before of going outside because the place we were staying in the interim we couldn't. And then by the time we got here, I'm like, it's cold. I don't want to go outside every 10 minutes. So I got the nicotine vape. And so my nicotine level is probably about the same. But my smoking is cut way, way, way down. I don't have in the morning anymore.
Yeah. And I started my first brand of cigarettes were Benson and Hedges menthol light 100s because Stevie Nicks smoked them. So of course I would pick that brand.
That's the gayest thing I ever heard in my entire life. Smoking Benson.
Stevie. I mean,
It's Stevie. I'll let it go. It's Stevie.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm looking at the reflection there. You have some pretty flowers.
Don't you think so?
They are pretty, I have to say.
Lovely husband brought them home for me.
Who's that? You're married?
I'm married. Don't tell him, it'll kill him.
All right. But no, look at the color. Like, I think the color is so pretty.
Isn't it? I've never seen like lilac-y,
Yeah.
purpley looking roses. They're
so
very nice.
pretty. And they smell like the whole room smells.
And there's still one to bloom, it looks like, even.
Yeah.
So,
I was thinking, like, we haven't done that in a while. Like, bring hope and... Do I have this? Well, why isn't it sitting?
it will.
Oh.
Well, stop moving it. It'll sit
Okay.
still.
I haven't brought... Neither one of us has brought flowers home from work in forever.
Years. Yeah, I can't remember.
It's too early. I mean, we're like, that happens like years into the marriage. I assume.
Well, apparently not. In my defense, I've never liked any of that stuff for the most part.
No, I never.
I like buying flowers because it's like, oh, doing something for, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
whatever.
Well,
But
I like getting flowers.
I got a wedding ring. That's enough.
I do too.
Yeah, there you go.
Wonder Twin Power.
Wonder Twin Powers. Activate.
All right, I think
All
we
right.
kept you long enough
Yeah, I
today.
think we're
just
a little
yapping.
fried, so.
I know, yeah.
Well,
it was a long week.
It was. So thank y'all for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for watching. Please do subscribe. Hit the notification. You'll get alerts when we have new videos and go live. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. That's X now, still. X. Email address, contact info is all below. Thanks, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Oh, yes, we will. Like I said, we have some Valentine's Day stuff coming out, some content, which will be out on days like that normally, not like maybe tomorrow or whatever. We have an awesome soup recipe coming up. Wait till you taste it. It's so good.
It's good.
And we have a few shorts too. So as soon as we get them all together, they'll all be out. Well, they'll be out next week because they have to be. You want them before the holiday.
Tell you the day before Valentine's Day how to make chocolate.
Yeah,
it's
right,
a
I
little
know.
late. It's a little late.
But yes, thank you so much. It was really nice spending time with you. You have a fantastic weekend, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Ciao. Bye.